Yo, 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 yo. What's good, my brother? How you doing?
Good, man. We're here for another one. You know what I'm saying?
Bridge Dub P.
Buzz TV.
What we got going on today?
Yo, man. Salute to the homie K Slay, man. DJ K Slay, the drama king. Salute to the whole Shady 45. They got a hit stream on for us, man. They had the big homie Beloved.
Oh, salute.
Lux was on the show, you know.
Coming off that classic battle with Charlie Clips.
Yeah, and this was right before the battle. He went on to the show, and they posed a question to him that they had already been discussing.
Okay.
And it was, how do you rank the women in your life? Now, the options they had set was baby mother, birth mother, daughter, and wife. And what order you put them in. So we thought it was a good
birth mother, you mean your mother?
Yes, yes.
If that was me in there, okay, mom, okay.
It'd be your mother, your daughter, your wife,
baby mama, if that scenario. Okay.
Yeah. Now, the room had a pretty much consensus from the fellas. And the fellas had a ranking that they had as daughter first, their mother second, the wife third, baby mama fourth.
So who you got, Bridge, on this?
Well, you know.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. So.
Yeah. For me, I understood what they were saying from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm coming from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? It was, hypothetical for them because none of them were married. So, you know what I'm saying? If you were married, how would this be ranked for you there? And for me, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, coming from my background, you know what I'm saying, and as my belief system, as a Christian man, I've been saying for a long time, I'd be a husband before I'd be a father. For me, that was something that was always strong for me.
No doubt.
And so, for me saying that, I had a different perspective. Like, a baby mother wasn't an option for me. Like, that wasn't something that I was looking to have. Like, for me, baby mothers would either represent one or two things. Either a failed relationship or a failed judgment or decision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that, for me, is a little different for me. So I understand this, a lot of what they were saying. For me, one in priority would be my wife. That's priority. And, K Slade was talking a lot about how could you put an adult in front of a child? The child didn't ask to be here. I think it starts before the child is born. Like, you have to have, if you plan to have a child, you want to put them in an ideal situation. For me, my ideal situation is to have a child inside of a happy marriage. So I got to take care of the marriage first before I can take care of the child.
I'm preaching now.
So, for me, I had to put my wife first.
But in this scenario, there is a baby mama.
There is a baby mama.
So we got to work that one.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, it's wife. And then for me, it would be my child. And then this last is the baby mother and my mother. My mother would outrank my baby mother. Like for me, like that's how, that's how I would probably play that.
So you going wife?
Yeah.
Daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Mother.
Baby mother.
Okay.
I do have a wrinkle I'm gonna put into that later though, but I want to hear your list first.
Okay, we could go. Okay. This is I know they're gonna go crazy on the comments.
Yo.
Okay. I'm kind of like you were saying, coming from, I am a Christian man and basing it off of the word. If, you are once you leave your home, you leave your mother and father, or for me it was just mother, you are to go to your wife, and that should be your number one.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't verbatim in those words, but that's what it was. So I definitely have number one as my wife. Number two, so I struggle. I know my 1 and 4. It might sound kind of weird, but 2 and 3 are struggling. Okay, and the 2 I put baby mama. I was struggling between baby mama because someone's like, why you put your baby mama there? Because let's just say it depends on the situation. Like I'm not in that situation to where I have a baby mama. So let's say if I was in that situation where I have a baby mama, does the daughter live with me? Does the daughter live with her? Let's say the daughter lives with her. You got to keep that baby mama happy. Because if you don't keep that baby mama happy, for one, you won't see your daughter as much or at all. I know plenty of relationships inside my family and outside my family where that's an issue.
Yeah.
Because when the parents and adults don't get along, it gets taken out on the child.
Yeah.
So my only reason for making baby mama in front of the daughter is for the daughter, because the baby mama has the daughter's interest. I mean, at a certain age, when you're really young, when you give, time, hey, you want to spend time, you can't just go straight to that daughter. They're not old enough to have a phone, call them directly. Maybe when they get to a certain age, maybe it may change, but you got to treat that baby mama also with respect. So to keep it an open line, and so you can always have that great relationship with your daughter. Mm-hmm. So that's why I chose baby mama second. Third, I chose my daughter, just because daughter, that could have been second, third, but I put her third because that's my princess, and the baby mama and daughter kind of coincides for me, since there's a baby mama in this scenario. Yeah. And mom. A mom, your mama's always going to be there, always going to have your back, like the same way how you're going to have her back.
Yeah.
But, you can't be, there's a lot of people, if they're mama's boys or whatever, I don't take offense to that. It depends. It's one thing where whatever issue you guys have issues or whatever within your personal relationship between the husband and wife, if you have something to say, if you feel some sort of way towards your wife or whatever, you shouldn't be running to your mom first. That's right. You should be. First, it has to be your wife, your main number one. That's your number one woman. You have to treat that as that. So that's why I chose mom. Mom is always going to be there. If you need any kind of advice, help, or for anything at all, she's always going to be there. Now, having a number 4 is not disrespect. It's just, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And moms shouldn't even take offense to that. But, it is what it is. In the perfect world, I wouldn't have the baby mama there. I would have it how I have it right now, but that's all I have right now. Wife first, baby mama second, daughter third, mom fourth.
So here's the wrinkle for me. Because I gave my list, and I agree with my list. Who has a child? Now, let's say in this scenario, because you could have multiple kids. You could have kids with your wife, you could have kids with the baby mama. Your daughter could be with the wife, your daughter could be with the baby mama. So that's, so here's my wrinkle. If I already have a daughter and I'm co-parenting with the baby mother, and I meet a woman that I'm trying to pursue a life with, she's got to understand before we get to that level of, marriage, so say for your fiance or whatever, that this is my world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything I can for my daughter, who's, if she's, because in California, different states, different rules, but the majority of the time, courts, they go with
They're side with the mother.
They side with the mother. This is what it is here. So with that being said, my daughter becomes a higher priority before the marriage. If you get what I'm saying, because you have to understand that if you're marrying me and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? You're getting my daughter as well. So I got to make sure I'm looking out for the best interest of my daughter. And if you don't fit into the life of my daughter, then we can't have a life.
You're talking about in that situation.
In that situation.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the wrinkle for me. A little bit. That's the wrinkle for me.
Okay, let's say this though. What scenario was that when you first gave it?
Ideal scenario. That's the ideal scenario where
Maybe if you had it, maybe y'all had the wife, you had problems, maybe separated, had a daughter, got back together, something like that.
I mean, because for me, like the first scenario is, baby mothers is such a reality for so many people, and for a lot of it is because we don't plan to do anything different. I actually planned to not have a baby mother. And no, I'm not saying I went around kicking girls in the stomach and nothing like that. Like, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, a lot of times we do things out of reaction. You know what I mean? Like, we'll sit there and, not plan or not pay attention and just be living wildly, and all of a sudden you pop up with kids. That wasn't my flavor. Like, I was sitting here purposely intentional on trying to be a husband before I was a father. Like, that was my whole, I'm here to, and I would tell people that. Like, I would tell girls that, like, yo, I'm not out here trying to have no baby. I'm looking for, somebody that I can partner with, that I can raise my kids together with, and build this kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was looking for. And I know that that's not everybody's reality. I know that's not what everybody was thinking. But for me, it was. So for me, off the rip, I put a lot of value in my wife. Because that's, one I chose to grow with, to build with, and to raise my offsprings together. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was different for me, and I understand it from a singles man's perspective, which is kind of why I had that wrinkle, because in the single man perspective, when you don't have that commitment, that bond, of course your daughter's your everything. Because you want to do everything for her. You are male, you are a provider, you want to do all that, you know what I'm saying? But for me, that would have been out of order to have a daughter before I had a wife. So since that, you see what I mean? Like, so that's
I definitely hear
my
why you say that, and I think that's good. And then, like you say, it just depends on the situation or how some people grew up too.
Yeah.
Now, some people never grew up seeing marriage, a lot of marriages, successful marriages or relationships like that. Like myself, for a while, which I'm happily married now, but never really seen a lot of that. So me being married, of course, I didn't see myself being married a long time ago. And it's the situations you see, maybe not wanting to be married, not. And some people will say, like you say, being married. I think that's the right answer to say, right? The being married. I want to be married first before I have a child.
Yeah.
Some people don't feel that way. I used to think I probably wouldn't have a child first before I was married. But I wasn't even thinking before married, because depending on their trust level or whatever, it just depends on the situation. So I think this was a good topic to touch on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
at the end of the day, you got to treat the women right in your life. Like, that's just, you got to take care of your business. Whatever situation you in, you got to take care of your business and make sure that you are all that you can be for all the women in your life. That's the. I got another question. I wanted to put this to K Slay and to everybody else that was on the panel that was, Lux and all of them. I want to throw in a fifth member here. Who's number 5? Let's say your sister or your mother-in-law. If both of them give you a call, and not your wife will call, give you a call, hey, it's Christmas, I need an extra $100. Who gets it? Your sister or your mother-in-law?
Split it. That's a good one. Who would be your 5th?
Oh,
if you had to choose.
Man, I mean, that's tough, man. of course, the relationship's a lot longer that I've had with my sister, you know, than my mother-in-law. However, if my mother-in-law had to come to me, my sister would come to me way before my mother-in-law would. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if my mother-in-law had to come to me, it must be a stronger need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my sister might have, you know, she might just went out partying too much last week or something, you know, and went a little crazy on, VIP night or something, like,
Mm-hmm.
and just trying to get back, or saw a nice purse that she wants and don't want to wait till next week.
Right.
But if my mother-in-law called me,
It's a little more serious.
yeah, it's probably something serious. So
I probably make the same decision too.
man,
Yeah, that's a little easier for me. I probably definitely make my mother-in-law my fit if we're having
don't get me
5
wrong.
slots.
Don't get me wrong. I love my sister. That ain't no diss. But it's just like,
I get it. Definitely
Yeah.
get it. But you guys let us know in the comments what you guys order. Let us know what you think. Give us a thumbs up.
subscribe.
Follow us on Twitter
Absolutely.
at BuzzTV, the number 70. And on Facebook, Bridged Up P, Buzz TV.